One minute he was dancing at a wedding. The next he was on the floor. No pulse, just 27 years old. No prior heart problems. No warnings. Just sudden cardiac arrest out of nowhere. And she's not the only one. Why are we hearing stories like this more often? Why are young, seemingly healthy people suddenly dropping dead from heart attacks? And could COVID have anything to do with it? In this video, we're diving deep into the science, the stats, the scary stuff, and most importantly, the steps you can take to protect your heart. Because this might just save your life or someone you love. And by the end, you'll have a clear plan to keep your heart pumping strong, no matter your age. Let's rewind to 2020. COVID shook the world, no doubt. But even after the fevers went down and the oxygen levels stabilized, something else started creeping in. A weird, quiet wave of sudden heart attacks. And not just in old folks. We're talking 20-somethings, 30-somethings, athletes, gym rats, even teenagers. People who don't fit the typical heart attack profile. Doctors and scientists started noticing patterns. The numbers don't lie. A study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that young adults between 25 and 44 saw a 29% increase in heart attack deaths during the first 2 years of the pandemic. That's not a small bump. That's a jump. And the big question is, why? Let's break this down. First, COVID is not just a respiratory virus. Yes, it attacks your lungs, but it also hits your blood vessels, your heart muscle, your immune system, like a multi-pronged sneak attack. Some researchers call it a vascular disease because of how badly it messes with your blood flow. When COVID infects your body, it can trigger massive inflammation, clot formation, and even damage the cells lining your blood vessels, the endothelium. Now imagine tiny clots forming inside your body without you even knowing. They can travel and block blood flow to the heart or brain, causing heart attacks or strokes out of the blue. A 2022 study in Nature Medicine showed that people who had COVID had a 63% higher risk of having a heart attack in the year following infection. That risk stayed elevated even if they were young, even if they had no prior heart conditions, and even if their COVID case was mild. Let that sink in. Even mild COVID can quietly raise your chances of a heart attack for months. But wait, that's not the only factor. Let's talk lifestyle, the silent killer we all ignore. During the pandemic, gyms shut down. People sat more, moved less, ate worse, drank more, and stressed out like never before. Working from bed became a thing. Anxiety and depression skyrocketed. And sleep? Totally trashed for millions. All these things, physical inactivity, poor diet, mental health issues, and bad sleep, are direct triggers for heart disease. And here's a twist no one saw coming. Young people may be more affected by these habits than older adults. Why? Because older folks already know they're vulnerable. They take medications, get checkups, monitor their cholesterol. But young adults often assume they're untouchable. So they ignore warning signs until it's too late. Now let's throw one more curveball into the mix. Long COVID. We've heard about it. The brain fog, the fatigue, the weird lingering symptoms. But many people don't know that long COVID can also cause ongoing inflammation in the heart muscle, myocarditis, which weakens the heart over time and makes it more prone to failure. The CDC even confirmed that COVID increases the risk of myocarditis, especially in young males. It's rare, but when it happens, it can be deadly. So let's connect the dots. COVID messes with your heart directly. It also messes with your life habits. And it triggers inflammation and clotting long after the virus is gone. Now you might be thinking, okay, cool, I get it. But what about all the athletes dropping dead during workouts? Let's address that. Yes, there has been an increase in reports of young athletes collapsing mid-game. Some link this to undiagnosed myocarditis or hidden heart damage post-COVID. In sports medicine, there's a golden rule. When in doubt, sit them out. Because exercising intensely with a damaged heart is like stepping on the gas with a cracked engine. Eventually, something's going to blow. Even top athletes have begun undergoing cardiac screening after COVID before returning to high-level competition. That's how seriously this is being taken. Now here's the million-dollar question. What can you do? First, don't panic. Heart attacks are scary, yes, but they're also mostly preventable, and prevention doesn't need to be complicated. 1. Get your heart checked, especially if you've had COVID. Ask your doctor about a basic ECG, blood tests, and maybe even a cardiac MRI if you've had weird symptoms like chest pain, shortness of breath, or a racing heart. 2. Move your body every day. Even walking 30 minutes a day cuts your risk of heart disease by nearly 50%. You don't need a six-pack. You need circulation. 3. Clean up your plate. Skip the processed junk. Your heart doesn't care about your cravings. Focus on whole foods, fruits, veggies, nuts, healthy fats, lean protein. The Mediterranean diet? Gold standard. 4. Sleep like your life depends on it, because it does. People who sleep less than 6 hours a night are more likely to suffer heart attacks. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours. No phones in bed, please. 5. Manage your stress. Chronic stress is like slow poison for your heart. Meditate, journal, breathe, laugh, talk to someone. Mental health is heart health. 6. Don't ignore the signs. Chest tightness, shortness of breath, unexplained fatigue, pain in the jaw or left arm, sweating for no reason. If something feels off, don't be a hero. Get checked. A heart attack doesn't always look like it does in the movies. 7. Know your numbers. Cholesterol, blood pressure, blood sugar. These are like report cards for your heart. Know them, track them, improve them. 8. If you're eligible, get vaccinated. This isn't a political thing, it's a health thing. Vaccines reduce the risk of severe COVID, which in turn lowers your chance of COVID-related heart problems. And here's something we don't talk about enough. Genes load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. Yes, some people are born with higher risks, but the majority of heart attacks are caused by things we can control. Not smoking, eating better, moving more, sleeping deeper, stressing less. Look, no one wants to be the cautionary tale. No one wants their name trending on Twitter because they collapsed at work or during a workout. The truth is, young people today are up against more than previous generations. More stress, more screen time, more processed food, more pressure. But they also have more tools, more info, and more control than ever. So be smarter than the system that's failing your heart. Take charge. Make changes today that your future self will thank you for. Your heart has literally been beating for you every single second since you were born. Don't take that for granted. And if you're still watching, that means this hit home for you, or someone you care about. Keep your heart strong. Protect it like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Want to know the weirdest but most effective anti-aging exercises for your heart and brain? Tap the video popping up right now. It's a must-watch.